What is up, you guys? Welcome back to the channel. Today's video, I'm going to give you some major injury updates that have gone around across the league. A lot of injury news to report about among many different teams in Major League Baseball. So, without further ado, let's get into the video. All right, first, let's start off with the Dodgers. The Dodgers have Mookie Betts, Cody Bellinger, and Gavin Lux. Here's an article from MLB.com. It says it appears Betts will avoid a stint on the injured list as x-rays on his right forearm came back negative after he was struck by a 95-mile-an-hour fastball in the Dodgers' loss to the Mariners on Monday night at T-Mobile Park. Betts was not in the lineup for Tuesday's finale in Seattle as he continued to receive treatment from the training staff. There is still no specific timetable for Bellinger's return from the IL, as he is still not taking at-bats or running at full speed. Bellinger has been on the IL since April the 6th with a hairline fracture in his left fibula. Gavin Lux, who went on the IL on April 18th with right wrist soreness, remains on track to be activated as soon as he's eligible, which would be for Monday's game against the Reds in Los Angeles. Next is Juan Soto of the Washington Nationals. It says the Nationals placed Soto on the 10-day injured list with a left shoulder strain before Tuesday's night game against the Cardinals. Now that is not good. Hopefully it's not like Fernando Tatis Jr. These big guys, these superstars, sluggers have been really having some trouble with that front shoulder. I don't know if he got it on a swing, probably, but that's not good for Juan Soto and the Nationals. Hopefully, he'll have a speedy recovery like Fernando Tatis Jr. Next is Ronald Acuna Jr. and the Braves. An MRI showed Acuna's abdominal strain is mild, and the star outfielder is expected to avoid the injured list. He is listed as day-to-day. Starling Marte and the Marlins. Marte sustained a non-displaced rib fracture in Sunday's loss to the Giants. He will refrain from baseball activity for 5 to 7 days before being reevaluated. Miami placed Marte on the IL on Tuesday. The Padres and Delson Lamet. Lamet, who has been building up arm strength after his unclear collateral ligament strain in his right elbow, will make his 2021 debut Wednesday with a start against the Milwaukee Brewers. The Phillies and Gene Segura. Segura exited Tuesday night's game versus the Giants with a right quad strain and will be reevaluated on Wednesday. Anthony Santander and the Orioles. It says Santander sustained a left ankle sprain during Tuesday's night's game against the Miami Marlins. The White Sox and Lance Lynn. The White Sox placed Lance Lynn on the 10-day injured list with a right strained tribulus on Sunday, retroactive to Saturday. Lance Lynn recorded a 0.92 ERA over 19 2/3 innings pitched this season. The Blue Jays and George Springer. Speaking Sunday on MLB Network Radio, General Manager Ross Atkins said that all signs are exceptionally positive, with Springer, who stayed back from this road trip to continue his rehab at the club's Dunedin facilities. Springer was originally rehabbing from an oblique strain when, just towards the tail end of that process, he strained a quad muscle. Running remains the most important hurdle in this particular recovery, but all recent updates have shown a steady progression for Springer. The Pirates and Keon Brian Hayes. Pittsburgh General Manager Ben Cherington said on his 93.7 The Fan radio show Sunday that Hayes is expected to join the alternative site in Toledo for its game Tuesday and will likely play 1 or 2 games. It will be the first live game action from the Pirates rookie third baseman since he suffered a left wrist injury on April the 3rd against the Chicago Cubs. So those are all the updates, injury updates that have gone on around the league. As you can see, a lot of injury news in both the American and the National League. Also, I want to mention this news story that occurred last night's game with the Cubs and the Mets in Chicago at Wrigley Field. This is from CubsHQ.com. New York Mets starter Taiwan Walker came unglued with 2 outs in the bottom of the 4th on Tuesday, giving up 2 straight singles followed by 3 straight walks. After walking in a run, putting the Chicago Cubs up 3-0 over the Mets at Wrigley Field, Walker was relieved on the mound. While Walker's night was technically already over, it officially ended once home plate umpire John Lipka, I do believe, ejected Walker for arguing balls and strikes with him as he walked off the field. As a result, instead of being able to watch the remainder of the game from the dugout, Walker was sent to the showers by Lipka. So obviously, I could probably throw up the video for you. I will. SNY, the New York Mets broadcast team, posted it on their Twitter. It was really dumb. I saw it on MLB Tonight. I mean, you know, he walked off. I mean, yes, he was chirping with the home plate umpire. I mean, Rojas, the manager of the Mets, took him out. His night was done. He walked off the mound. He said some things to him. I mean, honestly, at that point, the guy's night is done. The umpire should have really turned his back and not even addressed him, no matter what the guy said when it comes to Taiwan Walker. He was frustrated. Was there borderline calls? I would assume so. I mean, I didn't watch the whole game. I just saw highlights of it, obviously. But I think, you know, the umpire was a little ridiculous on that part when it comes to throwing out Walker the minute he's walking off the mound. Granted, he did say some stuff to him on his way out, but the umpire should have just turned his back and not even address him at that point. But that's what I didn't like about it. He should not have gotten thrown out when his night was done anyways. Last thing is the MLB has upholded Nicholas Castellanos' 2-game suspension. Again, Castellanos and his representatives appealed it, appealed the suspension to go down to like 0 games. MLB claims that his actions provoked a fight which caused a dugout to clear, thus resulting in going against COVID-19 safety protocols. So basically MLB saying, well, Nicholas Castellanos provoked a fight, which means all the dugouts on both sides, everybody came out, no masks on, and they all congregated, you know, closely together, and they probably didn't have their mask on. They were yelling, they were shouting, and that, you know, I guess broke the COVID-19 protocols that were in place, you know, in MLB. I think that's ridiculous. That's a ridiculous claim by Major League Baseball. I mean, come on. I mean, you're going to blame Nicholas Castellanos for both benches clearing? Seriously. I mean, it's ridiculous. I mean, that's just an easy way out for MLB to uphold his suspension. It's really dumb. I mean, I thought it was great, the fight and everything. I mean, you got the Mets manager just last night. I just talked about it with Taiwan Walker. I mean, you know, Rojas with the Mets, he walked out and he argued with the umpire with his mask on. Both of them had the mask on. But, I mean, they were like this. You know, I mean, they were nose to nose. And if that's the case, if Nicholas Castellanos gets suspended for starting a fight, then any manager who argues with an umpire should be suspended because they're technically breaking, you know, COVID-19 protocols because they're not 6 feet away. I mean, they're right up in the guy's trunk. I mean, they're right up in his kitchen. So, I mean, it's just ridiculous. If you're going to do this with Castellanos, I mean, suspend Rojas with the Mets. I mean, it's just so dumb, so ridiculous. I mean, I just had to talk about that. That was dumb. But that's all the updates here tonight. It's going on in MLB. Hope you enjoyed. Like, comment, and subscribe. Share this video. Tell your friends about it. And I will catch you later.